Hello everybody and welcome to the Coach Oak Show on Coach Oak TV. We're here today, we're going to do a little DGBA Season 3 reflection, I guess. Just thoughts on the season. Obviously, if you saw my playoff video, you know I was kind of, abrupt at the end of it. Let's put it that way. If you haven't seen that yet, please go check that out. But we are... obviously, you're seeing this, I'm not big on spoilers, like, if you either saw it or you didn't. If you haven't watched it yet, then too bad, we lost. There's your spoiler warning. That's not a warning, because it's just a spoiler. So we lost it in the first round of the playoff. Very unfortunate, because we were the number 2 seed, facing a number 7 seed, although it was a very, very tough matchup in my mind. We barely won the time before, but we were relying on Volleybee to take on Megalop. And unfortunately, rolls weren't friendly, / he got him in, the first roll was really friendly and screwed me up. And yeah, anyways, so I screwed up. And then missed Hypnosis, which was the final nail in the coffin. But that's just kind of what happens when you run circuitry. Opponent had good stuff. Good luck to them going forward. Yeah, it was unfortunate, but go check that video. Enjoy my saltiness for its entertainment value, and recognize I'm not that salty anymore. I recognize it happens. I didn't play that well, and he prepped well. Yeah. But I want to do a little talk on the season as a whole. As I said, we did draft a rain team. As you can see, we have the Mons on the team on the screen. Let's just run through them pretty quickly here. I don't remember the exact order I drafted them in, but we have Tapu Bulu, Heatran with that Bulutran core right off the top, Circuitry, Kingdra, Mega Swampert, Politoed, Hitmonlee, Miltank, Ariados, and we free agent Swellow right after the draft. We had drafted Alola Marowak. Realized we weren't really fast enough, and I didn't really need the Lightning Rod. So, therefore, we went to Swellow right after the draft, so it was there for all of our, on our team for all of our battles. That was the only free agent or trade we made all season. I did like the team. There was one point where I got pretty frustrated. We started out 3-0. We were plus 11, I think, and top in the league. Then we lost our next 4 matches. One of those was in the unreversed, so we didn't. But, yeah, so we lost our next, let's say, 3 matches. Let's just throw that one out. And, that's never a fun place to be on that big losing streak, especially after you had been top of the league. It gets really, really frustrating. But we were able to turn around the end of the year. We ended up 8-3, which was really 7-4, which I think was actually, like, one battle didn't happen, and then the one got moved from a loss to a win. So either way, we ended up 8-3. It was really more like 6-4. Yeah, it was really more like 6-4. So while I was second place, I didn't feel super dominant. There was really a number 1 after the regular season in my mind, and then I kind of was technically leading the next of the pack, although we were even 2-3 was even tied on differential, record and differential, so it came down to head-to-head, which I did win, so I was second, so I'll take that. But means nothing when you don't perform in the playoffs. So let's talk a little bit about the team here. So obviously, Heatran on a rain team. Let's just address that right off the top. So I do love weather. I love, playing Mons with weather is just fun, in my mind. I really enjoy it, to be honest. Yeah, I really enjoy it, and I just think it's something that can be definitely entertaining. It can go really well and really bad really quickly if you don't have the weather on your side. But I think in drafts, the key is either to have dual weather and make them kind of guess which weather you're bringing, or have weather and a non-weather mode. So drafting Bulutran and Kingdra, right there is your Fairy Dragon Steel and your Water Fire Grass. So that in itself is something I've never tried, and I quite enjoyed it, to be honest. Especially because Kingdra kind of fit in both. And Kingdra's Mon, I hadn't really used much, and I came to love this season. I did more work with it out of rain, to be honest. I think I like it more without the rain at this point, which I know is, I don't know, probably an unpopular opinion, but Kritra is just so good. Um, Especially if you give it speed control in some other way besides agility. But typically you only need dual stab. Draco and Hydro just destroys everything when it's sniper crits. Like you're investing a lot to get there, but you can be one turn kill wall that's slower. Skinger doesn't have terrible speed, 85. Or you've got Double Dance set as well. Put something to sleep or, something like that. So I really like Kingdra. It's definitely something I'm looking forward to potentially getting a chance to use another time. Maybe even without the rain, who knows? We'll see. But I just think Kingdra's strong. But having the rain option there. But Kingdra to me was the linchpin of this team. Because it fit in with Bulu Tran, which is something I've wanted to try. I wanted to use Bulu again. I've used Bulu a little bit. I do enjoy Bulu. It's not the best mod, but it has some flexibility. If it had a little wider move pool, it would be a lot better. Oh, if it had play rough, it would be stupid better. But either way, as it is, it's pretty solid. I enjoy it, but it's something you definitely kind of need to build around. It's hard to... That grassy terrain, maybe more than other terrains, although you do have to consider all your terrains. But like you have to be prepared to have that grassy terrain. As for example, I kind of went against that rule when I dropped Mega Swampert here, who really likes Earthquake, but to have that you have to play very carefully, and really be prepared to hold Bulu in the back. Because that grassy terrain will hurt your ground spam, but you also have to be careful not to go too far on a ground weakness. Heatran, obviously, Heatran and Bulu has been talked about to death, so we don't need to talk about that. Ariados, who cares about its weaknesses? Let's be honest, it's Sash, Webs, maybe get a Sucker Punch. T-Spikes as well. Toxic Thread. Oh, I'm so sad my Toxic Thread didn't work that one week I brought it. That was one of the things I wanted to use really badly. Ariados is just so slow, it's tough. Yeah, so I did have the web support for Bulu Tran and Kingdra. They're not the fastest, but those with Tailwind or Sticky Webs gets real scary real fast. Kingdra can go both sides, hit on both sides. Heatran's mostly special, and Bulu's mostly physical. They can run the other ones. I did run Special Bulu once. It didn't go well. But yeah, that. Plus, you add the threat of Circuitry in there. With speed control, that's pretty scary. And even Mega Swampert as well. Out of Rain speed control, it's a scary team with speed control. But this team really needs speed control. Before I picked up Swallow, Miltank was my fastest mon, and most of the time this thing ran Curse this season. That just happened to be the set that worked well. Yeah, so that was kind of interesting. It's slow. I've played a lot with kind of slower teams that I've had to manipulate speeds, and I don't mind it. It fits with me a little bit. I'm trying not to do that as much. I currently have a super fast team, and in another league being the UPC. Check out those. Or at least I wouldn't say super fast, but it's pretty fast. And another league that's off YouTube, I have a very, very fast team that also has control. As well as ninjas for speed passing. So I'm trying to get used to going faster. I do like Trick Room as well, which this team didn't have a Trick Roomer or Trick Room mode, really. It was kind of that middling speed tiers, so it was definitely interesting for me. I haven't used a hard, although I wouldn't really know if I'd call this a hard rain team or not, but I haven't used this much of a rain team or any weather team in a while, since I've gotten actually semi-decent at the format. And by semi-decent, I mean I will choke first round of every playoffs ever, or I'll choke the last week of the season attempting to get into playoffs, because, yeah, that's just what happens. But anyways, so I did, in terms of team comp, I thought that first trio worked really well. Polito to support it. Ariados sticky whips to support it. Really nice. Could I have probably picked up a Leavanny? Yeah, maybe that would have worked better. I think Leavanny went before Ariados, but I just needed sticky webs. I like the poison type. I didn't have another poison type, so gave me something there, which is nice. And I want T-Spikes as well, so getting T-Spikes and sticky webs. I really enjoyed T-Spikes. I didn't have another method of it, so enjoyed that. This team was built around Xurkitree, and because it was in tier 2, which I felt was low for Xurkitree, because if it hits Z Hypnosis, it can just win. And it did twice this season. It kind of just won. There was a couple times I played it really badly. There's one time I picked up a couple kills when I brought it Scarfed. And it became very predictions based, which I missed the first prediction, hit the second, and got a kill. Or no, I think I revenged something, got a kill, and then I made a prediction and got a kill. Maybe. I haven't looked back at all my stuff, but I enjoyed using Xurkitree. I think if it's ever dropped to tier 2 in a league, it's definitely worth it. The aspect of rain helped it a bit, just because I could thunder spam, and I could run Z Rain Dance and kind of help other things as well, which was interesting in itself. But yeah, Xurkitree was fun. Xurkitree was fun. I don't know if I ever would use it again, unless I thought it was a super big steal. Just because it sucks kind of having to really hope for that Z Hypnosis so much. I missed it a lot this season. I hit it a few times, but I missed it a lot. Including in the playoffs, which is fine. I think at that point I probably had lost anyways, but I don't know. It's tough to say. Because I know Jolteon was Scarf. I would have had to have clicked. Would Tail Globe would have gone into that, Volt Absorb. It's tough to say. I don't think he could have killed me, but he would have done a huge chunk, and then he had Fake Out, Quick Attack, Lop, I think would have taken me out. I haven't checked all the calcs on that, that's just me theory mining, so I don't think hitting the Z Hypnosis would have helped. Just, was a little salt for the wound. Politoed was also a tier cheaper than Pelipper, and I thought, that seems a little... I don't know, I feel like they should be the same tier. I had some fun with Politoed. I think Pelipper definitely fills a couple more roles, and I get why people might think it's better, but to me, they're close enough they should be the same tier. I kind of took advantage of, in my mind, Politoed and Xurkitree being a little bit mistiered when I built this team, as it let me get, like, Bulutra and Kingdra plus those two. Mega Swampert did get me a couple points as well, which, I mean, could be mildly debatable, but yeah, it definitely was an interesting squad in that regards. So that's how I kind of built it. Hitmonlee is just... I really like Hitmonlee. I wanted to perform a removal as well. Besides Defog, at that time, it was my first kind of form of removal. I wanted Rapid Spinner with T-Spikes, with Ariados. So I picked up Hitmonlee. I love Hitmonlee, especially when you have a Tapu on your team. Oh, I love Hitmonlee. I think I only ran the Grassy Seed set once. I still ran, the other sets more often. But Grassy Seed Bulk Up is a very fun Hitmonlee set. I didn't get to click Bulk Up that time, but if you get to +2 defense, it actually can live some things. It already has pretty good Spadef, and then you're super fast with Unburden, and it already hits like a truck. So it's fun. I like that set. It's fun. Vullaby was brought in. Oh, Miltank was here for. I really wanted a kind of true wall. This seems pretty offensive. Like, it's got some bulky stuff. But it's stuff that kind of can be bulky more than a wall. Miltank was kind of brought in to be my wall. Good normal type. I didn't have a normal type. I have fun with kind of the ones like Licky Licky and Miltank and stuff like that have rolls. But you can also run them offensively and kind of catch people off guard. Curse Miltank was kind of what I ended up running a lot. I'd like to use Miltank again. It fills a lot of rules. It's a pretty good wall. Heal Bell Cleric. It's got its own recovery. It's got Stealth Rocks. I did want another rocker. I know I had Mega Swampert, Heatran, but those two don't really want to run rocks that often, so I figured that 3 was enough. None of them really love wanting rocks, but I had the option if I wanted to. Hazards are really nice with weather teams in my mind, especially rain. It just does enough chip that things destroy. I had fun with Miltank. Yeah, I thought it fit well. Did its job. Helped out Heatran as well. Or in Heatran, having the same fightingness was a bit tough. So I kind of wanted another clearing out of tier 5, and something to take fighting type hits would be nice. Volibee obviously is part dark type, so it doesn't take them that well. Volibee actually wasn't even on the dock, but the tier 5 clearing situation was tough. There was a lot of rapid spin. I really wanted to fog if possible. A lot of rapid spinners like Kyroganol and that. Avalog got drafted. I can't even remember exactly. I thought about picking up Armaldo, especially with the Swift Swim element as well. Rapid Spin, but I wanted to fog. I wanted something a little bulkier. I didn't have a Violet user, and I wasn't very knockoff weak, so I thought Volibee would fit pretty well. It wasn't even on the dock, to be honest. It was sub tier 5. Didn't make the tier 5 dock. But it did. There was a couple times it got hacked. A couple times it couldn't really stand up to just too big of hits. But there was also the match where it stood up to Megalop and won. So, tier 5 wins you a battle, you take it. And if you found a reason to bring it more than once, you take it. Gyarados and Volibee both won me one battle in my mind. Volibee won my last battle of the season. Gyarados won the first one. So, good job, guys. Hitmonlee out of tier 4 won me a battle once. Miltank did a lot of work. So once again, I got a lot of use out of my lower tiers, which is, I feel like that's a staple of how I work in draft leagues. To be honest, Swallow didn't do a ton. I think it did enough to deter speed tiers, which is what I needed. It put in a little bit of work at the beginning of I think it came twice, and they were both near the beginning of the season. I've used Swallow a lot. I know it's good. I don't know. I found like there were better options on this team, I guess, between Zergantry, Kingram. Wasn't a ton of teams that were super boom burst, Hurricane weak. Not being able to run. I couldn't run Hurricane with something, and I can't remember what it was at the moment. Kind of hurt it as well. I had to drop to Air Slash once. So I mean, I use Swallow a lot. I'm kind of sick of Swallow at this point too, a little bit. I've used it a lot, so it's good. I like the mod. I don't think I ever brought a physical. So the old Guts Facade set never really came. Yeah, Swallow's a good mod. I didn't find I used it a lot on this team though. It's kind of that tier 3 that got kind of forgotten in the shuffle. I typically have a tier 2 or a tier 3 that kind of gets not forgotten, but it doesn't get used very much. Overall, I think this team is pretty solid. Mega Swampert did some things. Kingdra did a lot of work. Volibee I liked to use. It was fun. Gyarados was fun. I misled with it a few times, but people did a good job when they saw Gyarados pulling out different leads than I expected. So I got to learn how to mix that up a little bit. I had fun with Hitmonlee. There was a couple weeks where it did a lot of work. Heatran, I never really used Heatran. That was one of the ones I used. I know why it's good. I knew why it was good before, but it's not really my mod. It's not really a mod I enjoy that much, to be honest. The one time I tried to bring kind of Cancerous, it didn't really work. Brought it more offensive sometimes. When you want to run Scarf Eruption, have to run minus speed. Hurts it a lot. Yeah, I don't know if I'd use Heatran again. It does pair so well with Bulu, though, and I love Bulu. So, you never know. Never say never, but I wasn't a huge fan of Heatran. Overall, I felt like I had an okay season. I definitely took a step up from my first DGBA season, in my mind, and that's something to be proud of. I had a lot of fun. A little bit of salt. Okay, a lot of salt. I get salty. I get salty now. But overall, I had fun with this team. I had fun this season, and I look forward to going and choking in the first round of the playoffs again next season. We are already started planning for season 4 of the DGBA, so stay tuned to the channel. That will come soon enough. Until then, enjoy UPC. It will be running through until DGBA starts up again. Yeah, I don't have much else to say here. Thank you to the guys in the league. Thank you for having me again. It's the second season in the league. Very much enjoying it. It is my favorite leagues that I've been in. Now to only, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what else I can do. I can push for first place in the regular season to lose in the first round of playoffs, but that feels like high expectations. If I can match this, I won't be, well, won't be happy. Maybe I'll be content. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm too competitive. That's why we do this, right? Hope you're having a great day, everybody. Have a nice day because Coach Oak said so, and I will see you all very soon next time.